Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center revolver in 44 Remington Magnum caliber with a 2.5-inch barrel, a massive but definitely exciting snub nose. The Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center revolver is built on an N frame using brushed stainless steel. The tested model features a walnut grip that gives a pleasant contrast with the stainless steel used. Although revolvers are packed with sharp edges, in this model they are virtually absent. The smooth and wide trigger favors double action pull and features a factory set pin which eliminates trigger backlash. The Smith & Wesson 629 features a single and a double action trigger, and the massive cylinder has a capacity of 6 rounds. The hammer mechanism uses a leaf mainspring. In single action, the trigger pull feedback is akin to breaking glass. Thanks to the tuning done by the Smith & Wesson's Performance Center, the tuning quality is even more emphasized by the magnificent double-action trigger travel. These features have allowed us to obtain excellent results during the shooting sessions. Like all Smith & Wesson revolvers, the Model 629 is also equipped with a hammer block safety, a bar that prevents the firing pin to reach the primer of the cartridge if the finger is not actually pulling on the trigger. There is an additional safety that locks the trigger mechanism of the weapon, which is manually activated employing a key. The lock is physically located on the left side of the frame, just above the slider to open the cylinder. The sights are adjustable. The rear sight is the classical Smith & Wesson fine adjustment type in both elevation and windage. On the barrel sight ramp above the muzzle, the front sight blade is inserted into a dovetail milled slot, and the blade sight is adjustable for windage. The front sight blade features a bright orange insert that in certain lighting conditions may speed up the acquisition of the target. The 44 Remington Magnum standard ammunition has an average muzzle velocity of 480 meters per second. At this speed, a 240 grain slug can deliver 1765 joule of kinetic energy downrange. To shoot this gun, some experience is required to be able to fully control it in certain conditions. Shooting without hearing protection in a closed environment would result in permanent eardrum damage. Not to mention that shooting in the dark, the blinding effect of the muzzle flash may leave the shooter dazed for several seconds. We have had previous experience with firearms of this caliber and their recoil. Well prepared to counter the effect of the 44 Magnum on our hand, we live fire tested the revolver in an indoor range. Using both hands, the target was placed at a distance of 15 meters. We tested the revolver with the new Geco 44 Magnum loading with a 240 grain soft point bullet. The sound report and recoil are, even with ear protection, impressive, with a muzzle flash that extends for a meter in the front of the muzzle. We managed to obtain excellent groups using the revolver in single action, but surprisingly, our best groups have been obtained shooting in a double action, a testament to the excellent tuning done by the Performance Center's gunsmiths. That the Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center revolver with 2.5-inch barrel is not a beginner's gun should be fairly obvious, especially using full power ammo. While easily reaching the shooting comfort limits due to the revolver's size ratio to the power of the chambering used, this compact version of the Smith & Wesson 629 Performance Center contains features that make it quite attractive to the collector or the enthusiast shooter alike, especially to those who wish to experience the thrill of a manly weapon, powerful and out of the ordinary.